This is Eddie Cologne, EC Details. Welcome back to another episode. In this one, I am super jazzed to go over this car. We're doing a friend of mine car up the street. We're gonna actually paint correct it, we're gonna ceramic coat it, but with that, we're gonna use new products in this video that were just soft released on the House of Rags. Let's talk about the products themselves, specifically what are they, how are they different, things of that nature. So you might have well seen a year ago, the old label for Wakeater, right? Our goal with Wakeater was to create a product line that was fun, exciting for boating, but also that could be a hybrid, crossbreed to like cars and things of that nature. So the only boat I got behind me is a Ford F-150, which we're gonna use these products on this car. But Wakeater was a line we created a year ago to try to tackle that segment of the market for boats, for pontoons, for bass fishing boats, things of that nature. So we created our towel line first with the dream, right? So we have our towel and then we have the scrubbers here for the interior, with the dream that we would take this line and grow it into something that is widely used in that space or in detailing in general. So let's talk to you about the products that we created that we'll be using for this car, and then I'll go in details of each one, and then we'll do this car together. We are going to wash it. We have a fish safe rinseless that we're gonna be using for this car that's coming out in the future, but it's 250-61, super lubricious. But what we did with it differently was we wanted it to be safe for aquatic life. So the surfactants in it's non-ionic, meaning it doesn't have to be rinsed, it doesn't have like a bunch of foaming in the water, and hopefully the fish don't die with it. That's how we're gonna clean this car. And then when we're gonna go through, we're gonna take and we're gonna do some drying aid with we have in front of us here. This is called Spotless Detail Spray. What we decided to do with our detail sprays for this line is create something slightly acidic, meaning when I wash the boat, when I wash the car, I could come around with this takes away mild water spot. The scent is insane. We went end to end with this. We went from label creation to massive improvements on the instructions to the scent that is just a tropical, but it's nuts. The scent is beautiful, and it works on cars, it works on boats, it works on gel coat, it works on every exterior surface outside the car. And this is called, again, Spotless Detail Spray. It comes in gallons and 32 ounces for this variant. Now, this is a liquid sun and shine. So we created a type of waterless detail spray that's also slightly acidic, but leaves behind phenomenal protection. We were gonna call this pull out. So when you pull the boat out, you can wipe the car down, you could wipe the boat down, take away, clean it up before you put it away, right? Well, this could be used on all exterior surfaces outside of the boat or vehicle. The scent on this is a tropical breeze or coconut. With a little orange. It is to die for. It is very fruity. It's kind of central coconut scent. And this one also can be used on all surfaces on outside the boat. I'll show you on this car behind me on some dirty surfaces. All you would do is spray, wipe, and it cleans and leaves behind a protection that I would say lasts 2 or 3 months. Very well done product. Like a waterless wash for all your exterior surfaces, can also be used for some parts of the interior, plastic or indoor jams if you're going to use it for cars. Then we created what's called Triple S, and no, this is not a misspelling, this is what we wanted to do. So Triple S is protect, preserve, and then if you see in the back here, we wanted this advanced formula to clean, add UV protection, help clean surfaces, and help leave behind some type of barrier for the car. So it works for dirty vehicles inside and out, for dirty boats inside, for leather, all that. It gives it a plus new look, and this one also comes in gallons and 32 ounces. And the scent is like fresh linens. Very, very pleasant scent. Now with that, it won't be a boat line without a gnarly acidic. So this is called Hard Spot Water Spot Remover. Please note that this is a acid removing product. You want to apply it to an applicator, put on the spots that have water, do not let it dry because it will etch, and then neutralize it by either spraying it off or washing it. And this is for those crusty water spots that you get or you might have on the vehicle or gel coat. And lastly but not least, we have our new Wakeater ceramic coating, and this one is phenomenal. We're actually gonna use this for this boat behind me. 4 ounces of just straight love, 4 ounces of straight love. Here's what you get with this. You get 2 black applicators like that, have the Wakeater logo, and you get this right here, which if you look at that, that is absolutely phenomenal. Now, what Eddie, how long does this last? That's a great question. I'm gonna answer all that in this video. It's rated for 5 years, but we're saying 3 for boats. Here's why. The boats have abrasion, so if it's a salt boat, you want to apply it, you want to let it sit 5 days before you put it in salty water. If it's fresh water, 24 hours, and then you can take it straight to the fresh water. It was made with 107 degrees contact angle, super hydrophobic, super glossy, and it's chemical resistance from 0 to 14. What we created for. It has UV protection, UV protection, so it helps against sun, and we made it to be a high solids coating for marines or for the car. It's flexible enough for the plastic, so you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, if I put this on my paint, it's gonna ruin it. No, you can actually use it for cars, and I'm actually demonstrate that here in this video, that you can use these products that we created for boats for everyday life, because if we just made it slightly acidic, slightly better than most of the stuff that we tested against. And I'm telling you right now, the detail spray and the water and the rinseless wash and the liquid sun and shine is just insane. And if you're looking for an interior quick detailer or interior cleaner that leaves behind protection, this one's phenomenal as well. So the coating itself, we're gonna teach you how to apply it. We're gonna go over it. Again, can get wet for 1 hour for the vehicle, but it's a boat, 24 hours fresh water, 5 days for salt water. And that 5 days for salt water is because you want the coating to actually cure, harden before the abrasion of the salt hits the boat constantly. All right, let's get rolling. That's an overview. We do have 2 other products coming. One called Overboard. It is finished. That's gonna be a lactic acid product with a protection on it for medium water spots. So we're tackling everything here. Light, or you're gonna wash your car and you get light water spotting, that's a detail spray. You got lactic acid, or called Overboard, and that's for, man, I got water spots that are medium, they're not too crusty. You need something a little heavier that leaves behind protection. And then we have an acid remover, water spot remover that's stout. In those variants. And then we have a rinseless, fish safe rinseless that we're gonna come out with, that we're gonna be testing this vehicle. Let's get started. Oh, and we got 2 towels. So we got the drying blanket of this towel and the interior scrubber in the Wakeater line right now. Can't wait for you to see this. Let's get rolling. So our rinseless wash that we made for boats, and I did spray this on before I started this because I wanted to show you that it was created to be used outside. So yes, it does have high surfactants. Yes, it is non-ionic, meaning that it's not gonna stain anything. And we wanted it to be safe for the fishes, so it's using a green surfactant in it as well. And the slickness of it is great. This car is not coated, it's not protected, and it's made to clean, also made to be used in direct sun as well. So if you have issues with it spotting, drying, or feel like it's not supposed to do what it's supposed to do, remember, it's a rinseless wash. It's not a magic trick. So take my detail spray, spotless, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. And I'm just gonna wipe. And I'm only doing that because that's how I love to wash. But when I dry off, slickness is great on the dry off. It's very nice. It's very clean. And there we go. Again, this rinseless wash is going to be hitting the store in about a few months. We're in the middle of finishing testing it, doing other things for it, but we are coming out with the wash solution for the boats. And there you have it. So the detail spray here does leave behind some protection. So when you're thinking about this protection on a boat, about 2 to 3 weeks, it is super slick and it's acidic. So if you get water spotting after a wash, you come back in, hit it, and it gives you slickness right away and a nice gloss. So Wakeater spotless detail spray is, in my opinion, insane. It's one of my favorite products that we created of the line. That and this new one that I'm gonna show you. So the next product is called Liquid Sunshine. Imagine pulling the boat out. Imagine it being slightly dirty and you just want to wipe it down. This one offers that type of ordeal. Works on all metal surfaces, plastics, rubbers, glass. For glass, it tells you right here, you just want to dilute it for glass to get the perfect finish. It does have UV and chemical resistance. It does have a lot of protection. So how I would use this for a vehicle if I'm a detailer is the door jambs have a bunch of dirt. I would spray, and come in, and you can see what that does. It smells phenomenal, dude. And I would use this for door jambs, door seals, and it gives you a nice black look on the door seals. And I would wipe the door jambs. Since I'm doing a rinseless wash, I want to make sure that this is actually cleaned up and covered. And I'm using a yellow towel to show you how dirty the door jambs are. Again, let's show you on paint here. We're using Liquid Sunshine. Again, the ideal is the boat comes out of the water. It works on all painted plastic metal surfaces. I do 1, 2, 3 sprays, and I could actually come in and I could clean up the car. This will pull heavy dirt off of the car, and I can actually go around the car and clean it up this way. So it's slightly acidic, but leaves behind a great protection, gives you great slickness. It does not cause any type of streaking. If you streak, it's you're over applying it, or you let it go in the hot sun too long, because it can be used directly outside. Just don't let it dry. And that's it. Super slick surface, super hydrophobic too. So I'll show you the hydrophobicity of this product, get you in this. And that's the kind of protection you could expect from this product. All right, so we walked through the detail spray, we walked through the rinseless wash. Rinseless wash, slick, lubricious for what we're using and the elements we're using in, because we didn't want to put polymers in there because that actually could kill fish. So this is a very well done rendition of a rinseless wash, and I'm excited for it. Then we showed you what our liquid sun and shine is, and that one is it's a Swiss Army knife. Use it for the outside, use it for the inside. It does leave behind protection. You saw the water behavior on that. It does clean very good, and it's super slick. Now we're gonna go through the ceramic coating. This one could be used on any surface of the vehicle or gel coat. It is stout, it is high solids, and it's not hard to apply. We wanted it to be easy for anyone to apply, but we also wanted to give you that professional kind of vibe. So you get slickness, you get gloss, you get saturation because it has that UVA, UVB protection. You get hydrophobics that rivals that of any Korean brand. I say that because the hydrophobics from a Korean brand usually are very high. And then also, we said 3 years, can go 5, but remember, we're going against the elements, so safe bet is 3 years. If you're using it on a vehicle, you can expect a little longer, but I don't want to lie to you, that's where we're at with this. This one is tremendous. 0 to 14 in the pH scale for what it can handle, and we're going to teach you how to apply that. Now, we don't have a panel prep for this line because we felt like use whatever you want. Use whatever panel prep you want. So we're going that route. To cut the paint, I'm going to use Endgame here. I am going to use Pan's Polisher, and we're going to do a section together just enough so I can apply this coating for you, show you how to do it, and then show you the end results with the hydrophobics. All right, so I'm using a buffing pad here from Buff and Shine. I'm using Pan's Polisher. Shake the liquids real quick. You've seen me do this 1,000 times. Again, it's just showing you the type of correction we're doing here. It's to clean paint, remove swirls, and get enough depth. Be careful with this part of the paint on this truck. This is plastic, so it has a bunch of plastic. It sounds like metal, but it's thin here, so do not try to overcut it. And just mind your P's and Q's. Now, this car, I'm not going for perfection because this car is old. So you want to be mindful of the age of the vehicle. You want to be mindful of how much clear coat you have to do. And I'm just trying to pull out as much as a paint correction as I can before I apply ceramic coating. The whole point of a paint correction is, what am I sealing when I put the ceramic coating? Think of it that way. Whatever I'm sealing is how far I'm going to go. That's perfect. All right, we finished polishing the car. It looks very good, very well done. We did the door jambs, we rinseless washed it. I even went back and off camera I did a clay bar because the hood needed it. There's some terrible spots on the hood that I can't fix that has to do with kind of some pitting in the paint. And I'll play a clip here so you can see what I'm talking about. Those are not water spots. That looks like clear coat failure, but I am going to coat over that. Let's talk about what you get inside of this Wakeater ceramic coating box and how it comes to you presented. So you get this box here, $249 for 4 ounces of ceramic coating that I think would rival any coating on the market. You get a presentation, you get 2 applicators, black ones with the Wakeater kind of vibe here. It's pretty nuts. And then you get this beautiful presentation of a ceramic coating right in the middle like that. That's how it is sent to you. They're cellophane, the packaging is nice. Not only that, we make sure that going forward, everything that we do for Wakeater is top of the line, meaning we spare no expense for the ceramic coatings. We tested it for many months. I think when we started this line again, we started last year And to us, Jamie and I, like, this is not working. We couldn't get our stuff right. The design didn't match. And we're like, we need to take a full step back. We had a team meeting with our team. And I'm telling you this story to tell you that this came out of passion, because we want everything we do at the House of Recs to be at the top. Can't do it if you're pulling or bringing out nonsense or trash. So we went back to the drawing board. We discussed labeling. We discussed packaging. We discussed how we want to present the label, what bottles we wanted. And we just really went back to the drawing board end to end for this product line. And I'm telling you, it hits. Every single piece of it, straight killer. Prep here, and I'm using any bootleg one because I don't want you to think, well, you have to use a certain panel prep. Use whatever you have. This is from InnovaCare. We have this. We're gonna panel prep it, and then we're gonna show you how to apply this and what that looks like from this perspective. Spray, 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 spray. And panel preps are just made to pull out the oils that you have. You want to make sure you take the bottle, shake it for about 10, 15 seconds. That's a lot of ceramic coating. Opened, the ceramic coating will last a year if put in a proper workspace. You see how syrupy that is? That's thick. So when you're applying this, I'm gonna bring you in here so you can see it. When you're applying this, you don't want to, it doesn't have to be thick. I will come in, make a box, and I'm gonna do this section just to show you. And then I will take that and do my up and down here. I have enough here to do this section. You know when you need to apply more, when the applicator gets grabby, okay? There you go. It's not gonna take a lot to this car. I'm telling you that right now. Now, indicators, I will leave it sit for 1 to 2, 3 minutes. Can be used outside. Just watch your temperatures when you're playing with this, right? Remember, when you're using outside, the thing you're up against is heat and humidity. Just watch those things as you see it. The indicators you get will be some rainbowing. It's not gonna be a lot. Once you see the first round of rainbowing after the first 1 or 2 minutes, take a level 1 and a plush towel, an edge, or a level 1 and a final level, and proceed to wipe it off. Do not get it wet for an hour. If you're going to go for this product, if you're going to go to salt water, you have to wait 5 days. If you're doing it fresh water, full immersion, right? To get wet right away, you're fine, but full immersion, make sure you wait 24 hours, okay? If you are a detailer wanting to use this for a car, 1 hour, you're good enough to send it. Meaning go send it to get wet. 5 days you could actually wash the product with caustic soaps. If you you'll start seeing some hazing, some stuff like that. I'll let it sit, and then I come in with my first wipe. I'm picking some things up, moving it. If you feel it move too much, you're like, that's not for me. And then take your extra towel and you're just gonna buff off. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. There you go. Slickness right away, glossiness right away. It's actually a killer. Now that my pad is primed, I don't need that much, so I'll take it and that should be good enough to do the rest of this panel. See, like that. I come in, I'm gonna box this in, and this is enough to do this whole panel. And the reason we use these round applicators, kind of stole the idea from Ivan, because it's easy. You wax on, wax off. You know when it's dry, you know when to apply. If it falls on the floor, just flip it over. It's very easy. This is enough to do all this too. You don't want to put it too thin. Once it gets too grabby, just add more. Know it's ready to go because the slickness is unrivaled. It's insane. It's easy to wipe. You'll see, if you see quote unquote smearing, all you have to do is buff it off with your second towel. All you're doing here is leveling it. Come in with your second towel and then just buff. Take your time, don't rush, just like a regular ceramic coating. And in an hour, I'll show you the water behavior, but we're gonna show you how this actually works on other surfaces so you can see the kind of richness it gives it, because you're like, this is white, can't really tell. Some of your boats are gonna be white. And this is the closest size to a boat I could get. This is a use case. This is pretty murked. It does not look good. It's very much gonna need a trim restore. Let me show you what it looks like on trim. Same coating, and I want to show you what it looks like because we made it to work on all surfaces. Now you can't hide that. You can't hide that. I'm going to show you. Let me zoom out. You can't hide that. You can see the definite line. So it does restore plastic. Sorry, I hit you. It does restore plastic. It does darken up plastic. It does bring it back to life. It's made for all surfaces. All right, we told you all surfaces. We meant all surfaces. I have glass here. We did plastic, we did paint. We did plastic paint with paint, and then now glass. So take your panel prep, make sure you polish clay it. This process has already been done. So I know this glass is ready to accept the ceramic coating. Happening in this section. I guess I missed it. So I'm gonna take my hard spot. I'm gonna take my hard spot here. And this is acidic water spot remover. Be very careful, wear gloves. And I'm gonna rub it in just to remove the etching of the water spots. And then you're like, how would you neutralize this, Eddie? Great question. I'm gonna give you a couple ways to do it, but I'm just gonna use rinseless in this aspect. Come in, do that. I'm gonna neutralize it right now. I don't wanna put this on the paint that I just coated and then neutralize that. We're good to go. And then the ceramic coating is kind of holding up well. I didn't mean to get that wet, but you can see it did take out the water spotting from the glass. Coating can be used on glass, like I promised. All surfaces of the exterior of a boat. Plastic, vinyl, doesn't really care. Make sure you just panel prep it. I have enough here to the glass. And you're just gonna treat it like you would the paint you did. I'm just going in circles so I make sure I get the whole glass. So one product. All right, so you're gonna come in, take your one towel. Remember, you might get some ghosting. It's all right. You're gonna buff it off with the other towel. And there you have it. We rinseless wash your car with a new fish safe rinseless wash coming out soon. That formula was the last final formula approved. We showed you what the detail spray does spotless. You can use it as a drying aid. You can use it as a finishing spray. You can use it on a dry car. It gives it gloss slickness, but it's acidic, so it helps remove mild to light water spotting on vehicles, boats, plastic, everything. Phenomenal. And then we went through how to use liquid sun and shine. Remember, used when you're coming out of the water. This product is used when you're coming out of the water to remove all of the dirt, grime, etc., but also can be used for door jambs, can be used for paint, can be used for plastic, can be used for glass. Just follow the instructions in the back where it walks you how to do that. But this product is insanity and it smells phenomenal. That's all I'm gonna say. This is pure nuts. And then I showed you the acid that we had to use for this vehicle here because they had water spot remover. Be gentle with this. Do not let it dry. Do not let it dry. Do not let it dry. It is acidic. It's made to cut through water spots, and sometimes it's not enough. You'll have to polish it. I'm not saying it's an end all, but it removes gnarly water spots. It removes like 80% of that. Pretty much. And then the gem to me of this line is not the towels, because the towels are tremendous, we know that, is the marine ceramic coating. You saw it work on plastics that were dry. You saw it work on paint. You saw it work on glass. You saw how easy it was to work, to apply. It gives you gloss, slickness. Remember, if you're using it for the water, for the boat, 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours for fresh water, 24 hours, 5 days for salt water. If you're doing it for a vehicle, 1 hour and it could get wet. 5 days before you hit it with any caustic chemicals, and you're good to go. And you get 4 ounces of just man. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you enjoyed this type of video. Shout out to my guy who let me use his vehicle for this video. It looks phenomenal. Before you leave, watch this. Look at the hydrophobics on the paint. Look at the hydrophobics on the glass. Look how the truck looked. Look at the before and after on plastic. It did God's work on this paint. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you next time. We're out.